More than 300 industry stakeholders attended the second Zero Carbon Hub conference, bringing together a range of influential speakers to discuss the countdown to 2016. The Zero Carbon Hub, which was set up in 2008 to help deliver low and zero carbon homes, is chaired by Paul King, who reminded delegates of where they are on the 2016 journey.
We are at that almost magical halfway point. It was actually December 2006 that one Yvette Cooper first stood on a platform and announced zero carbon homes, 5 years and a bit ago, remarkably.
Although unable to attend in person, Housing Minister Grant Shapps gave a video address on the government's commitment to zero carbon and how allowable solutions may feature in this year's budget.
We've now published proposals for the 2013 step for energy efficiency and carbon compliance as part of the Building Regulations consultation. Please tell us what you think. Now, the housing strategy also mentioned we'd be saying more about allowable solutions in Budget 2012. And right now, I'm focused on that with my colleagues across government.
With the Zero Carbon Hub conference taking place the day after the government revealed proposals for Part L 2013, HBF Chairman Stuart Bazley highlighted current concerns around SAP.
Given the demanding standards entailed in the zero carbon policy, it's essential that we have a model of SAP that is fully and properly fit for purpose. Without it, builders are in the invidious position of having to design buildings that they believe should deliver the performance that's expected, but possibly discovering, frankly through no fault of their own, that actual performance isn't what is predicted.
Barratt Chief Executive Mark Clare told delegates how Fabric First has helped meet a 60% cost reduction in Code 3 and 4 homes, the frustration caused by local authorities insisting on renewable technologies unnecessarily, and the urgent need to include existing housing stock.
By 2050, we know that around 75% of the housing stock we live in already exists today. We also know that our existing stock is very old and very inefficient by comparison with other Western nations. So the opportunity is dramatically bigger than new build. Government are formulating their plans to deliver, and I intend to play my part where I can. If there is one thing that I would do to enhance the chance of delivery, it would be to try and replicate the success of the Zero Carbon Hub.
This was a theme picked up by the government's chief construction advisor, Paul Morell, who hinted at the need for an incentive to innovate a hub for existing homes.
The cause for there to be a zero carbon hub for other sectors of the built environment, new build, non-residential, existing homes, which Paul Morell, the government's energy construction advisor, has made on more than one occasion, just demonstrates how very useful the zero carbon hub is and how important it was that we contribute. And NHBC, of course, is a major contributor to that enterprise. It wouldn't have happened without us, wouldn't continue without us.
Zero carbon homes and the wider policy was put into context by the Zero Carbon Hub's chief executive, Neil Jefferson, while Don Leeper from E.ON called for more help for consumers to better understand energy efficiency, and Peter Andrew from Taylor Wimpey discussed the planning challenges facing the industry. The focus in the afternoon session moved from challenges on delivery to the need to encourage and consult consumers. Carol Ann Dielman from the Stuart Milne Group urged all house builders to develop a collective marketing campaign to promote new homes, while Elizabeth Ness from Crest Nicholson emphasised the need to promote consumer benefits, not the features of energy-efficient homes. Consumer attitudes is one of the themes of soon-to-be-published research by the NHBC Foundation. NHBC Chief Executive Imtiaz Faruqi gave delegates a brief preview of the forthcoming report's findings.
The people we surveyed who currently live in new homes built to high energy, efficient standards are to a large degree very happy with their new home and with their lower energy bills. Focus group discussions reveal that many of those would never want to move into an older home again, and that's great news.
The conference last year was dynamic. I mean, this year it's even more so. And I think the big thing that's moved on this year is that the 2013 Building Regs consultation that was published yesterday, as it happens, is pretty closely aligned with the sort of route to zero carbon. So the hub's got an increasingly important part to play in just the basic national legislation, not just the the aspirations for zero carbon.
I think it's a lot more we've done things rather than last year's, which was we are about to do things. So it really is a celebration in a way of how much progress we've made, but at the same time pretty much a recognition that there's quite a long way still to go.
It's absolutely clear that people are now on board. I think the time for debate and what will it be is largely coming to a close. There's still some detail to sort out, but I think there is a much greater level of acceptance this year, even compared to last year's conference. This is actually happening. People can see this coming in through building regulations. And I think overall people are pleased that they've had an opportunity to work with government through the Zero Carbon Hub to make sure that proposals they're seeing are at least practical and actually deliverable. For some it's still a step too far, but for the vast majority they're on board and doing something about it.